I think I'll just set myself to random 25 and just see where it takes me. Depends on exactly what we end up with. Maybe we go into a kind of speedrun kind of situation. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. Double copy of Dripfall, single copy of Subsuming Blade, double copy of Molting Imp in the base deck. We've got Little Fade as our champion. Oh, that makes it hard to play fast. Subsuming Blade and Little Fade, both in the same deck, eh? Interesting. Let's see if there is the Extinguished double trigger in here, because if there is, I'll take it. Votive Key! Oh my god. Yeah, and there it is. Okay. Hey, we're gonna just hard buff a floor of minions with burnout and such. Almost enemy sent to a spikes 3. Is that gonna be enough? As long as we get her in front of 2 minions relatively reliably, we should be okay. Okay, well there's one. I don't need to Subsuming Blade her this turn. So to be Lil Fade, Shiny, and then Subsuming Blade the back line. Yup. So this is now Endless, being the first card that we played in the turn because of the Votive Key. Which bypasses the hardest part of playing around this one, which is just consistently having her available. This one's probably just going to deal some damage to us, and that's okay. Those happen. And I'll burn you myself so that I don't have to worry about the burnout of the train steward there. Extra damage on the top floor doesn't really do anything here. I'll do it. Reform Little. Can't reform her. Could not reform her that turn. Rude. Couldn't reform her that turn because she was endless, so she was on top of my draw pile rather than in my reform pile. So it'd be Molting in the front and then you behind. Yeah, theoretically possible. This would burn out 1. What's our next hand? Has a reform, so you go there. You'll be burning out this turn. I think it's fine to go for the top as well. Significant reduction in incoming damage. You go there, you go there. The enemies don't keep their divine shields. Go to the top floor, dying a single hit, only dealing 6 damage to us. You get the primitive mold and a little fade in front of it to get this party started. Molded Molten Encasement Hallowed Dripping. So Hallowed Drippings really helps support that kind of floor. We need to try and find units for it though. Hillhaunt banner? Am I going to be putting a hill? Oh god. Wow, I'm not offered a remnant unit until the 4th floor? Oh. Yeah, that's a problem. So she's going to be doing it to Hellhorn units then. Guess we can get some multi-strike available from that. Guess we're looking for a Horned Warrior. Something like it, certainly. So we got Hidden Passage and Dripfall. We got a lot of control over the enemy's floors. Alright, Motion of Steel, what do you got? Endless and Burnout. What the hell? There's the Horned Warrior. Okay. So the Endless and Burnout 1 go on one of the Molting Imps. We put the Molting Imp into the Molting Imp. We now have a every single turn repeatable 20 damage nuke to a floor that increases its damage by another 20 if we get any imp-related relics. That's fine. It's just an AoE solution. We have the ability to project a bit of our damage right now with a multi-strike, but we don't have infinite ability to do that. G'day, noblest potato. And then ultimately, I'm looking for something like holdover on the subsuming blade, as well as possibly -2 cost. -2 cost would be the best if we can see the value stone in here. And then using that each turn to kill the little fade myself. Possibly. We'll see. We'll see. Something in that kind of a realm. Let's engage that pact. Quick on the haunt makes him do damage before he dies. Is quick on offer here somewhere? I don't think it is. Could theoretically turn up at some point in the future, but it's not necessarily here just yet. I can't reroll looking for it either. Do you want a strength stone? You might want a strength stone, right? Maybe later. Alright, unit draft from this one. Hopefully we find a remnant unit. I'm gonna have to take the 10 extra damage here just because. Look at that remnant unit. I like that we can push them out of order here. Move the Disciple Protect in the next floor where it doesn't do anything. Horned Warrior is a problem. Got a little fade, Horned Warrior in the back line. That goes there, and then send you north. Yeah, the problem here is your HP loss. Consistency thereof. Maybe it's subsuming the backline here? Yeah, get rid of the spikes so we're getting more healing out of this floor instead. Makes it torch, subsuming. Awesome. Nice. I'm actually really happy that I've got the torches in the deck because it's extra little fade kills right there for us. Probably got hallowed droppings next turn. Or not, it's fine too, I guess. Pop the little fade down, blow it up, and then pop the AoE effect down as well. Yeah. Alright, well done. You've got past those, but can you get past them again? Yes, evidently you can. Interesting. Well done. Well done. But you forgot. That bad boy's endless. Draft. Incredible card to try and get hit by this effect. Draft. Hornbreak Fledgling Imp? I like the idea of trying to get rage consistently on that floor every turn. I just think it's difficult. Hornbreak for more piercing damage. Let's get one more piercing spell there. Okay. Well, that's Paraffin Enforcer. Yeah, that's Paraffin Enforcer. Okay. We, our floor is pretty sorted. So, the Paraffin Enforcer has Strike, apply 3 rage to friendly burnout units. If you use it as an essence, it has Burnout 2, as well as that entire same effect. So the idea here is we put the Paraffin Enforcer inside the draft, and then we get the Horned Warrior and 2 drafts on the same floor standing behind the little fade. How are we going to be scaling their damage? How are we going to be making sure that the enemies don't kill us? Right? How do we do that? That would be done with Quick. That's how we accomplish that. We're also still looking for a unit to put inside the Horned Warrior, so I feel like we're going to the Merchant over here on the left. I'm not relying on Drafter's Banner unit. It's good because its capacity is 1 for it. So I would need to thin the deck down considerably. My god, that is actually the quick there. Oh boy. I really can't afford to take either of those. Maybe put the Drafty Enforcer instead. It's the capacity of that makes it really hard, because the Lil Fade is buffing all of the units on the same floor, so if you can fit an extra unit in, she's getting 50% more effective. We'll see. I'm not set on any path just yet. It's just those are the balls that are in the air. Infuse Nexus Spike with the Essence of 2 spells, or Purge a spell, get 3 copies with Unhinged Power. Nexus Spike with the Essence of 2 spells, so it plays 2 spells when we try and utilize it. We don't really have good spells for this. Huh. Maybe we use it as kind of like a second draw of Hallowed Drippings. Double Dripfall. Yeah, I guess double Dripfall is theoretically possible. Daze an enemy for 2 turns, put him 2 floors down. You're right, it might be the buy. If it lets us do it with 2 of them, maybe. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. There you go. Not really enthused about that. The other replay is putting the Paraffin Enforcer inside of the Horned Warrior. Being able to utilize that multi-strike immediately. And then what? I'm looking for multi-strike on the reroll, or what? Or what is the question, right? If there's nothing else that I'm looking for there, maybe it's not that good. But I'm about to dupe it. Didn't find it. That's fine. I should probably hold off now. So the idea now is that next floor I put the Paraffin Enforcer into the Horned Warrior. Yeah, we can't have it be fragile and die to a bunch of things like that. And then we dupe it. We do that in the Divine Temple, and then we dupe it, and then we cut 2 other cards so we can try and get to drafts more consistently. This may even be capacity here. Probably draw, but it may be capacity. But it's probably draw. But it is theoretically possible. Quick is better on the Paraffin Infused unit? No? I have none of my units Paraffin Infused yet. The idea is now with the Quick and the multi-strike already on this, and then the ability to dupe it later, that we'll just put that in that. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the opening hand. It's exactly how we want that one to go. Yeah, I don't need to take any damage on the second line of that. Wait, did I play those in the wrong order? I didn't play those in the wrong order, did I? Oh, cool. If you infuse, you basically remove 2 multi-strike. Until duped, then you gain 2 multi-strike. As in, if you infuse which and where? Try to do it on the second floor, just get out of it. Sure. God. Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad. Need to get you all back now. Yeah, at least you come back with Endless. Yeah, I killed the only enemy unit that was actually going to manage to deal damage to us. Assuming you for the kill. We'll be fine. I can just set the bomb up to the next floor. Our frontliners still die. 30, and then the second doesn't even kill. So that can go there. Save us some HP that turn. You are an incant trigger, but you're not actually hitting anyone, so I don't really need to worry about it. Let's get some damage shield off the boss as well. Cool. Remove mold. Hey, got your right unit back. I guess I just drip full the disciple here as well. Love that. Down the molting imp. That will dominate one of my draws next turn, and otherwise I'm drawing Nexus Spike for 2 turns of stun. Actually, I may not even want to get that out this turn. I'm gonna pass. So then it's a little fade in the front line. Okay. And then end the turn and win. Yep. That is like gonna be the hardest fight. Oh, intent on death. Yes. Yes. That's gonna be one of the hardest fights for us, definitely. No. Intent on death holdover is harder now because you have to make it consume remove as well. Draw. Of course. Oh, of course. Look for the remnant units before I turn them down. Man, summon apply 3 banner to friendly units is actually pretty good. Turn them down though. Divine Temple, -2 costing. Spell chain. It happens. Honestly, I may actually want to take the spell chain still. Pop the Parapet Enforcer into the Horned Warrior. Spell chain there would be on our intent on death. And it's just about trying to get us to a good value number as quickly as we can. Yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah. Yes. Full stop. Did you see the teaser from E3 for a game I know you'd like? A sequel, you know. Yup. I haven't actually seen the teaser or a trailer or anything like that. What I've seen is I woke up this morning and just before streaming, I saw someone write it in Discord that it existed. Your base stats are real rough right now. We're gonna have to upgrade you still. Firelight again. Thank you. Blue stone. Don't need that. Those enemies gain multi-strike. Random artifact. They don't have spikes. Frontline. Cool. We'll be fine. I think we'll be fine at least. And if we're not, it happens. And then okay, so so they're gonna have the regen as well. So I'm gonna want to buff as soon as I can. Okay. I don't want the drafted. Okay. How do we best do this? It could be something dumb like we have to set up on the top floor. I wouldn't be entirely surprised. They scale their damage, but we eventually scale ours too. Intent on death, every torch. Obviously the possibility of the collector spawning as well. We do it on the bottom floor, we get a little fade in the front line, we put a Horned Warrior in the back line. The Horned Warrior in the back line has quick, it attacks first. It does have burnout though, so its first strike is 15, its second strike is with the +3 rage. +3 rage is 6 damage. So it's 15, 21. And then, you know, draft does some damage and we just set one of them down. So we either have the draft dealing some damage there as well, and that would be 6+ each time, so 12, 24. 24 on top of your base, so it's 44. So we could kill the frontliner, and then we could daze the backliner. It's not too bad, but I ultimately don't think that wins. Not long term. And sure, I could play the draft and kill it, but ultimately I may need to bring back the Paraffin Enforcer, so I may just need to leave the draft available. There's our quick strike, as I was looking for. Nice. Pretty much an ideal turn for us right here. We'll get the one with more burnout behind. Then... yeah, I need to do the self-damaging here. Okay. And by this point... oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Let's... Hallowed Drippings. Will Fade. Perfect. Perfect. Intent on Death. Oh my god, the Little Fade is actually surviving now. So should I put more people on this floor No. What if I put you there? 5 damage to the Little Fade. Come on! Come on! It's fine. It gives us the ability to do it ourselves this turn. And I should do it whilst also increasing damage of that permanently. Little Fade. Little bit dead. If we can get a multi-strike on one more of these, we have the ability to project our damage through the line again. Which is where I needed to be. Don't care about my reform pool anymore. Those just get played out. So the only damage being taken on this floor is due to the thorns. Makes it a bit hard to kill my Little Fade, but rather it get endless than not. Let's also remove you from that equation down there. Get the Molting Imp out? I don't think so. And drip fall you for a little bit more damage. Pass. Molting Imp isn't ultimately really going to help us as much as things like just killing my minion more will. Hello. Pop Little Fade out there, daze the enemy. Yeah. Ooh, Blights and Scourges cost 0. Messing with our energy a lot less, I like it. Wax and Spike. Applies 4 times your energy and damage, and burnout 4, just by base, burnout 4, to friendly units. I'm so glad this does burnout 4 now as well, rather than burnout 1. Air out some chat. How's it run so far? What's the deck shaping up to be? This deck is an interesting one. We've got Little Fade with the Firelight Path. So when dies, buffs friendly units. Also gives them burnout. We've also got the Votive Key, so we're applying endless to the first friendly unit played each turn. And then I've got a Horned Warrior with a Paraffin Enforcer in, so every time it strikes, it gives +3 rage to all friendly burnout units on the floor, and then I duped that. That's about the deck at the moment. I could take the Wax and Spike. Is it good? Yeah, I do want more ways to apply burnout to those backliners. Outside of just what we can currently do. They don't need that much burnout, though. How much damage is this likely to contribute to them? A decent amount. I hang on energy consistently. We can take it. Hard pass here. The champ does apply burnout, but it's not happening super often right now. Double removal, extremely. Multi-strike checks. Quick. I mean, I could give more rage to one of them by base, but honestly, multi-strike is just so much more than everything else that's possible for them. Oh, extinguish this trigger additional time. Thank you. All right. Well, I actually may just want to start paying for more removals from the deck. Get like a primitive mold out of here. Wait, do we have the merchant trinkets in the next area? We do. Okay, I'll stop paying for things now. Yeah, Fate's First Blade would be a great synergy here. It's one of the reasons that I want to go to a merchant trinkets with as much money as I can. Enemies start with Spell Shield 2. I don't really cast spells on enemies. So I'm going to have to set up again on the top floor. Ball Fade, Parapet Enforcer, Wall Torch. You only have one turn of stealth, so I can actually just send you. Then we can kill you next turn. Nice. Stay there. Parapet behind. More burnout goes at the very back again. So this Molting Imp could clear everything for me every turn if I wanted to. But I need these to buff by striking, so it's weird. I've got like a really, really good tool in this deck that I refuse to use. Strange. Yeah, this is a weird one because the Lil Fade actually buffs itself. When given the extinguish situation. I actually may just kill it this turn. I'm going to want to have 3 energy on the turn that I give it in Intent on Death, because then I can play it Intent on Death, Intent on Death. And then past that point, honestly, it just being a tanky frontliner is probably fine. Adios, adverse. Anything else? No, pass. Okay. This turn does have a lot of excess energy unless I want to use this as Fuming Blade on my own Lore Fade. Which I still do kind of want to do. When I say kind of, what I mean is very. It's the HP of the backline units that is really letting us down right now. I say really letting us down. Really letting us down in terms of it's still completely fine and we're okay. It's just not as huge as I would otherwise want it to be. This is a weird one. It's the stealth on that enemy that's really unfortunate. Let's put you past the floor. Get the fade there. Because if I don't manage to buy enough turns here, we end up losing. So how many drip falls do I have left in the draw pile? Still got 1. Oh, it does not affect bosses. Oh, okay. Strange. Didn't think that was going to be the case. Intent on Death is in the draw pile, and unfortunately Lil Fade has got Ember Drain. Okay, but we didn't draw it this turn, so it's okay. Perfect. We got large enough. I'll take all my money. I don't actually kill that many of my friendly units. I just kill specific friendly units. Return a random consume spell to your hand. How many do we have? Very good. Okay. Yeah, we'll take an Impish Scholar. If we dupe its effect in any way. Oh, +3 stacks of burnout each time it's applied, as well as friendly units give apply 10 armor to the front friendly unit. Do I need +3 stacks of burnout each time it's applied? I don't think I do. I honestly don't even think I need the hallowed drippings at this point. I think that's dead weight in this deck. Even the giraffe kind of feels dead weight. And it's another card that I don't want to reform, whereas I do want to reform the Impish Scholar. Alright, we'll remove it. Probably means I'm re-rolling here, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's have a look at the Divine Temple first. -2 costing. Why? I simply want things to cost less. Units get an extra upgrade slot, though. Off there goes the 2 to 4 extra multi-strikes on the floor after a capacity stone. The which? As in putting everyone on the same floor with the sketches. It's pretty late to start building into sketches. Yeah, 1 hell vent, 2 hell vent in the next 2 areas. If I ever trip up, I lose. Upgrade a unit. What's the upgrade here again? It's like -1 to its cost? -1 to its capacity? I don't remember. Oh, right. It's whatever the hell we want it to be. Oh. If I could give this to the main, that'd be super good, but I can't. Yeah, melee weakness is great. It's just an extra multi-strike effectively for any of these characters. Could remove another card from the deck if I really wanted to right now. There is a Hellvent up soon. I could theoretically Hellvent a Horned Warrior and still use Dripfall to put it back into position. Not impossible, but then it makes it really, really hard to replay the little Fade on the same floor. You can blame this. Thank you very much for the Prime subscription for the 4th month. Says, hey Raps, been watching a lot of your YouTube lately. Thanks for the content, genuinely. I appreciate your mental tempo, and it's nice to see you live for a change. Live for a change. Strange misinterpretation, but thank you so much, Duke. Enjoy your emotes in chat, and welcome back to the Republic. Alright, let's go to the boss fight. Again, I have to set up high? Is that going to be the case here, really? Yeah. So the problem with setting up high is usually Blights and Scourges and having to worry about those, but Sinner's Salve is making that a lot easier for us. Thank you, Sinner's Salve. Also, we'll burn off our Ember Drain for the next turn by killing you. I don't really care about killing the backliner. We'll do that eventually. It'll be fine. We'll do it whilst buffing ourselves. There's the intent on death as well. Interesting. Full fade. Warrior. Nexus Spike not being able to affect bosses actually makes it pretty much useless for me. Gosh. There we go. Get him. It also consumes as well, so it's another card that comes back from the consume pile that I don't really want back. Yikes. There's a lot of reasons not to get it. Let's torch and then damage. Love it. Nothing else really even needs to be done right now. I like when a bunch of mechanical interactions simplify themselves down to, yes, play torch, win game. We're very much in the second phase there. I should have descended the boss to try and get it to come up top as soon as it possibly could again. Sweet. One more multi-strike on any of them. Oh, here it goes. That, intent on death again, and we are now done. That's the whole floor. I actually like the intent on death for transitioning to this kind of situation. Yeah, Nexus Spike, exactly. Got the wrong one back. Nice. I'm not really growing the Subsuming Blade by doing that, but come on. I don't think we need to anymore. Nice and spike. Sure. I think the top floor just does enough damage that do not matter. Yup. Its defense is its quickness. Apply Endless to a friendly unit. The problem is it's another consume card, and I don't want it to come back from the Impish Scholar. Ultimately, I want the Impish Scholar just to give us back intent on death. Maybe Wax and Spike if I get 2 drops from them. I think I actually hard pass all of this. Interestingly. Draw or energy? I do want some energy in this deck, but I can accomplish that in other ways, specifically a Merchant of Magic. So this Merchant of Magic has an artifact next to it, as well as the Pyromaze, as well as double removal. Well, not double removal, but the option for double removal sits in there. Hey, Wilder Market. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. It's Evening Wraps. How's the run going? It's gone pretty damn good. We're doing Sapstone, Paraffin Enforcer, Strikes for Rage, Burnout, with Lil Fade, Firelight, and Intent on Death stuff. You know, casual. Just the standards. A -2 costing here as well as cost removal there would actually be incredible, but I don't think I can get that. Oh god, maybe I can get that though. Ooh. Ooh. Come on. Value Stone. Do it. No! Alright. What? We can make one of these one size. We can make one of these one size. And then dupe it. Oh, thank you. So I'm glad I came over on this side, as it turns out. Initially, nah. Now, yeah. Fine with that. Cool. Armor emblem for 20 armor on the enemies. I think I would far prefer this. It's too early to use the intent on death, unfortunately. So again, what we're setting up on high floors. Yeah, I guess we must. Thankfully, at least we do have the ability to pop the Lil Fade on the opening turn too. Or also, rather. Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to kill you after that. But I can consume this. Maybe I even should, so that I can get it back. No. This is a second cycle situation for us. We need the unit to die enough early on. Lil Fade goes there. Another Paraffin Enforcer goes there. Another Paraffin Enforcer goes in the very back line. And torch, axe and spike. Sure, we let the collector escape. That's unfortunate. However, how many floors do what this just did? Get so buff so quickly, they do not need to care about approximately anything ever. Nice. I mean, I could drop the Molting Imp here 2 times, but again, we're trying to get as many strikes out on these as possible. So I guess I just hard pass. So I'm not going to be able to set up on the top floor in the final fight because of sweep, which means I'm going to have to set on the bottom floor in the final fight. Or I run with 1 fewer Horned Warriors in that instance. I could see myself easily going either way. We'll fade there again. Scholar gets us back the Wax and Spike. Little Fade is actually going to die regardless because of the Wilt Wings, thankfully, so just Wax and Spike there. No middle floor? Oh, sorry, this is the capacity limitation. So I could play it theoretically if this is about the TLD placement. I could theoretically play it in the middle floor, but I would have to drop 1 of the Horned Warriors in order to do it. Because I would need to be able to play the Lil Fade as well as 2 of the Horned Warriors on the same floor. And be able to replay the Lil Fade. Okay. Full Fade. I don't need that to burn out at all. Nope, hard pass go. Multi-strike middle kills 1 of the Horned? I don't know what you're referring to at this point. The kind of like very, very succinct stuff is not contextful enough for me. On the last Divinity fight, multi-strike middle kills 1 of the Horned. No, not necessarily. It will try and damage 1 of the Horned, but they gain enough armor quite consistently that it won't be too much of a problem. Because they're gaining 10 health from the death of the Little Fade, and they're also gaining 10 armor from the death of the Little Fade as well as the Mold Braces trigger. Which means that they will have enough HP. Okay. Can passage you up here? Bye. Guess I'll daze you. Vodafree Crushing Demise Memento Mori, hard pass. One Horn's Tome. I don't think that one. Hard pass that one too. Nice, well, good to see you, bud. Subscribe to Tier 1 for the 17th monsters. Oh, heck, about that time again, eh, chaps? Indeed. Enjoy modes and welcome back to the Republic, bud. Hellvent. Hey. But I'm still looking for things like multi-strike. I'm still looking for health on this unit, but maybe the merchant matters a lot more. In fact, I think it does. Units cost -2. Okay, that makes the Molting Imp a lot less, well. Faulty Loader. Apply Daze 3 and Melee Weakness 1 to enemy units on the bottom floor in the first wave of combat. I don't think I need to play on the bottom floor in the next fight. Do I need to do it in TLD? I was thinking about doing it in TLD. Do I need to do it in TLD? Forever Flame's fine. So it's just reroll or take the Faulty Loader. I'll reroll. Flicker's Liquor is more energy for us as well. Cool. Pseudo energy definitely goes into the deck. Ah, no value stones the entire way through the run. Gosh dang it, game. Gosh, and you best believe dang it. I'm gonna have to get the Primitive Molds out of the deck, which means we're only ever playing the Impish Scholar once in the fight. I'm not thrilled about it, but Well, it has to happen if it has to happen. I want to reduce your costs so damn bad. And then a permafrost. Man, Subsuming Blade would do good with lower cost too. Actually be able to use it for my own units. Fine. Fine. And now, unfortunately, we still have some trash cards in the deck that we just cannot get rid of right now. That's it for everything I can do. I should probably just buff that Hornbreak. It's good enough to kill a pretty rough unit right now as a result of that. All right. These pencils sharp enough? 150 pack shards is the amount that I want to be above. So actually I will... Yeah, you know what? Get out of here, Nexus Spike. There we go. 155. The time run flat, but I made it to all the places I needed to go. Hell yeah. Glad to hear it, bud. Let's pridefully sap him. This still isn't a top floor situation for us, right? Right? I think still not. The main piece goes out front. Once back. Blow you up. Pass and do it again. Mm-hmm. And then again, the more burnout goes to the back. I can double drip for you, but unless I get back to them very quickly, it's not going to matter at all. Still gonna go for that kill, set you down. And they need something more to really train their teeth on, so I'll send you up as well. Beautiful. I want to try and get Seraph the Temperate to the top floor as often as possible so that the Horned Warriors have something to strike so that they actually trigger their strike conditionals. Nothing get back from the Abyss Scholar. That's to be expected right now. Hard pass. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up killing the Seraph like pretty significantly before their go. Is it time to transition? It might be transition time. Now we just buff them all. Forever. And you say it only the best. Okay. Pop the Impish Scholar back out. I'm obviously looking for Intent on Death. We get Waxing Spike. Yeah. I need to not play the Waxing Spike for that reason. I could drip for you and then immediately ascend you again, but I don't... I struggle to see how I'm actually benefiting from having done that. I'm gonna reform in the next hand. I do have a reform in the next hand. Okay, so I can actually guarantee that we get the Intent on Deaths and then play them on the top line again. So we stop. This is what we do. Glad to be caught, only best. One more Impish Scholar gives us the Intent on Death. Pop that 2 times on the opening floor again. Then I kill you, and then I get the Primitive Mold. Oh, it was endless because it was the first unit I played that turn. Oh, I mean, look, once the Little Flater's living, I guess that actually makes it. Wow, we actually may have made an engine. I should also just purchase from the deck before it sticks around forever. Is that lethal? Not yet. Can I make it lethal? Maybe. Impish. Thank you for the Intent Death. Okay, and then 1, 2 kills you. Murder. 4-turn boss rush is pretty quick. And this is why we got above 150, by the by. Yeah. So above 150 pack shards, you have a chance to get something like this. Let's give him hell. If we do not have a champion in hand, add one to your hand. Interestingly, that's actually not going to trigger for us consistently, just because we have an endless champion that we're getting every single turn in the draw. Alright. Alright, last Divinity. Where must we position ourselves? It might be right to just get the molting imp out. Have that save us. So the trample on the bottom line. There's the multi in mid. 14. I definitely can't survive the 14. Let's fade a little. I'm gonna use this kind of just scaffolds. And the molting imp would go in the front line. So... And then if I kill you myself first... Nice. It's just the molting imp is going to have to be removed in some way now as well. But if it allows us to actually set up on the bottom floor, it's worth it. Let's little fade. Kill the little fade. Drip fall the actual damage from the enemies there. I think it's not enough still. Okay, so you go behind the other. Just not enough to get the multi-imp down. It's fine. Hopefully we get it next turn. There it is. Hornbreak will do it. So we have to Hornbreak, then Lil Fade, then we kill Lil Fade. Lil Fade is actually already going to die of her own accord here. Good. Biggest damage to the back line is the 16 that's currently getting pushed through, so we'll actually drip fall you to daze you for a turn. So I only lose that one unit. And then the Waxen Spikes, I still don't have units in the consume pile. The Intent on Death is the one that I want to get back more consistently. I wait. Right? We might have to bring some of that next floor down to us. Molten Imp actually does a lot right there. Okay. Lol Fade. Good. Molten Imp goes there. 26. Wow. We drip fall you. Nice. We get the full kills on this floor, the Conduit Redeflector, and the Molting Imp even die. And then we... honestly, probably start just rounding home base. Intent on Death. Intent on Death. Pass. Ah, finally, we get our first... we get our first unit. Kill all imp, steal 40 to... yeah. I mean, I guess I just put it down on the board in some location. It can go anywhere. I could put the imp behind it, but I actually don't want to draw that next turn. Don't want it to be part of my draw cycle. Wow, so I just end that turn? Yup. Tethys applying spell weakness 3 to the attacked unit. That's, honestly, it's good. It's good. But is it gonna beat out that? As long as the impish dies for the next turn, it's all I need. Incant for a shard. Sure, we'll set you up on the top floor. Why not? Impish Scholar comes back. And more buffs. more buffs again. Now that's the one with Endless, which means now I can use the torch to get that back into the reform pool. Reform it. Play it again. Getting intent on death again. Use double intent on death again. Nice. Yep, a lot of the time that'll do it. Oh, hell yes. That was a pretty damn ridiculous run. I actually don't even know how long it took. Was that 30 minutes? Was it actually that quick? It can't have been. 40 minutes. 50. 70. 2,000 years. Since time immemorial. GG. Alright. Yeah, 54 minutes. Okay, so it was a lot longer than I was expecting. Just because I was enjoying myself the entire way through. Let's generate that challenge. Just to show off the code, should anyone want to try it themselves. Hostels combines cleaners. It seems like the kind of just bulk purchasing so that you can save on your on your. Oh god. I can't find another word for cleanliness in my head. Tidiness, I guess. Doesn't really seem the same, right? Tidiness is more organizational. Anyhow,